Here, as we talk about the firefighting efforts across northern Minnesota, much of that is on kind of the western side of the Boundary Waters area and then into the Superior National Forest. Certainly been impacts on the eastern side too, along the Gunflint Trail, which goes from Grand Marais up through beautiful areas up towards the Canadian border and Gunflint Lake. And a big part of keeping that area safe since 1992 is the volunteer fire department with the Gunflint Trail Fire Department. And joining us now from that department, Dan Baumann. I believe you are the assistant fire chief now, Dan, right?
That is correct.
How long have you been with the department?
Actually, the fire department goes back further. Fire and Rescue Squad started in 1981. I joined in 1982, so it's 43 years plus.
Wow. Part of what you're dealing with there is a little bit with it's the Little Knife Fire. Otherwise, a lot of the other stuff is further to the west that's affecting closures. But the smoke, the unhealthy area, did force the postponement of the canoe races, which are a fun event. And it's a major fundraiser for your department. And in the meantime, I see that you guys had posted that because of that, there's a donor, an anonymous donor that is willing to match any donations up to $10,000 now through August 2nd. Tell me more about that.
Well, you got it pretty well rounded right there. It's the fundraising is basically dollar for dollar. So every dollar you donate, it doubled. And you can't beat a fundraiser like that. So it'll help offset the loss of the canoe races.
Yeah, well, how vital is that for you?
They're important every year. It's a lot of importance of getting the community together and meeting everybody and enjoying a day together. So that's one of the biggest things. There's information always passed out, education stuff about fires, our ambulance service, what we do, the medical's involved. So there's just a lot of information goes out through that canoe races that help the community and survive and everything that we go through as wilderness area.
Yeah, but I mean, it's significant in terms of funding your department. I would assume that this matching donation campaign also pretty significant to fund everything that you do?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we're only funded by a tax levy up to about 60%. So we need to raise 40% of our budget every year. Donations is how they come in. They're all tax deductible. So it works very well to keep it that way and to make the budget and the equipment we need to buy, replace, supplies. The ambulance is one of our biggest expenses, and so there's always stuff needing to be replaced and supplied in that.
Yeah. During these last couple of weeks, and I guess in the weeks to come too, what is the role of the Gunflint Fire Department in light of the wildfires spreading, being contained now further to the west, and then of course the one that's on the very northern end of the Gunflint?
Well, the biggest thing is any fire department you're responsible for protecting the private property and structures within that area. And so we're not too worried about the forest when it comes to the wilderness net. That's the Forest Service or the state, the DNR, depending upon whose land it is. We work cooperatively with them. We've trained with them. We run the instant command system together. So we're very in tune to being organized with them, along with being a FireWise community. We've been doing it for years. Being a FireWise, we've mitigate a lot of potential issues. And then the sprinkler systems, we've done a couple grants to put that in. And so it's all being prepared, education, and being proactive basically about what the wilderness does. I mean, this is natural. And, we get fires all the time. If they're small, we're on them. We're usually the first responder on any fire within the corridor that we can get to. because it's if we can drive to it or walk right to it, we'll take care of it right away. A lot of those fires people never hear about.
Yeah. I've been up there a few times for fires in the past that have been more directly impacting the Gunflint Trail itself, where a lot of the efforts were staged along the trail and going in from there. This is now further away. How would you describe to people what the impacts have been for those that live along the Gunflint Trail and have businesses along there to this point?
Well, I think the people living on the trail understand, and they come to the meetings. They'll contact us, like the sprinkler systems that are installed throughout the trail. We get a lot of questions on that, and we're always trying to be ahead of the game and make sure they have the information they're looking for so that they're able to make wise decisions for their own properties. And so during a fire like this, and we're going to be aggressive to keep our private property protected, and they help with that. And so it's just a matter of moving forward with making sure that the tools are in hand for everybody to move all this.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that answered, or did I sidetrack?
Yeah, no, understandable. That happens. Now we're hearing word that areas of the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness will reopen for day use beginning Monday. And looking at, anticipating opening select portions actually on July 30th, barring any significant increase in activity. About 39% of the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness being reopened again. What is the impact of that? I mean, that's obviously good news to hear that for folks that live along there.
The impact is there of, trying to figure out what they want to do in their vacation places. The businesses are the ones that are getting hit harder because people are not getting educated to understand more factual information about what fires are and what they really do in wilderness. I mean, it's a surround and drown concept of this massive acreage, and it's all about getting all your flanks, all your head of the fire, the sides, and making sure those are out in black zones. They're not worried about walking every piece of it. So the centers, are going to flare up and give us smoke. And so the businesses are dealing with, smoke once in a while. That I know many of them have bought air purifiers for their cabins. They're trying to educate all their guests constantly. And the end of the trail, the outfitters ultimately are the ones that are really getting hit hard throughout the wilderness with the closure of the Boundary Waters. And you have, right now it's day use at the eastern side of the Boundary Waters. And, that's a good start, mm-hmm. But the outfitters are living off of overnight stuff. And so, yes, they are hit hard. Yeah.
Well, let's hope that can change soon and try to get things kind of up and running again, as they should be. And then lastly, real quick, have the canoe races been rescheduled?
Not that I'm aware of. Okay. I'm hoping that they will be, that it was a postponement and not a cancellation. So we're hoping it'll be. We'll wait and see, I guess. I mean, we've got the month of August yet. Yeah. So it's fun.
I've heard. I haven't seen them, but I've heard they're fantastic. So
they are. Right.
And a good fundraiser for you. And again, calling attention to the folks, if they want to donate, there's a matching donation program going on here through August 2nd, I believe I saw. Dan, thanks so much for taking time, and best of luck with all the work that you do up there, keeping everybody safe.
Thank you very much.
All right, appreciate it.